Let's go, baby!
And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there.
Now that is how you win a statement game on the road as the Niners march into New Orleans and come up on top 48-46. Jimmy Garoppolo has proven to the critics once again that he can always win the big games. He has 349 passing yards, 4 touchdown passes. Jimmy G tearing it up, having a monster game. Of course, the Saints score first on the touchdown from Drew Brees to Jared Cook. And then the Niners bounce right back with a touchdown to Kendrick Bourne. Kendrick Bourne has gotten a lot of criticism following that game against the Seahawks where he had those crucial drops. But Kendrick Bourne has proven again that he is a deep threat. He is a receiving threat on this team, and he is a decent wide receiver. Saints get the touchdown to Jared Cook again, but then they go for 2, and then the Niners stuff them. Marcel Harris, Fred Warner, do not let Taysom Hill get that 2-point conversion. The defense may not have had its best game. Props to the Saints offense. They moved the ball, and the defense looked a little rough. They had some missed tackles, but when they needed to, they came through. And, of course, so the Saints go up 20-7, and then Jimmy Garoppolo with that 75-yard bomb to Emmanuel Sanders. And then after that, when the Saints add on to their lead, once again, Jimmy G hands it off to Deebo Samuel, who pitches it to Emmanuel Sanders, who throws the touchdown pass to Raheem Mostert. Unbelievable, awesome play call there by Kyle Shanahan. That was an awesome trick play, and this is the best game I have seen as a 49er fan. I am convinced this is the best game I have seen, and I've been a fan since I was 10 years old. I'm going to be 23 next month, and I tell you, this was the best game I have seen. It was a down-to-the-wire fight. The Niners and the Saints battled this one out, with the Niners up 42-33 with about 7 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. The Saints put together a drive. Drew Brees throws a touchdown pass to Michael Thomas to make it a 42-40 game. Then the Niners put together a drive. They get into Saints territory, but then Jimmy G is sacked for a big loss. But Robbie Gould is still able to kick the 41-yard field goal to make it a 45-42 game. But then the Saints bounce right back. They put together a big drive, which includes a first down completion for the former Niner, Ted Ginn Jr., and then Drew Brees throws a touchdown pass to Traquan Smith to make it 46-45 Saints with 53 seconds left to go. But then Sean Payton decides to go for a 2-point conversion again, and the Niners pressure Brees. They force him to throw an incomplete pass in the end zone, and the Niners have one more shot with about 50 seconds left. On the first 3 downs, though, they do not get the first down, so it's 4th and 2. One more shot. If the Niners do not complete it, the game is over. The game's over. The Saints win. And that would have been a heartbreak. But Jimmy G throws it to George Kittle, who does not go down. He stays on his feet. He stiff arms the Saints defender, and he ends up getting a 39-yard gain. And on top of that, the Saints get a face mask penalty to add on another 15 yards, and easily setting up the game-winning field goal for Robbie Gould, and the Niners win 48-46. And what an unbelievable game. Man, that was unbelievable. This was a game that they needed if they wanted to win the NFC West. They need to win out, of course, but the Seahawks lose to the Rams last night on Sunday Night Football, 28-12. So the Niners are back on top. They're the number 1 seed in the NFC, and they're back on top of the NFC West. They're 11-2 now. What a great day to be a Niner fan yesterday. Everything went right. The Niners get the win. The Seahawks get the loss. And although the Niners, they still need to win out, though. If they want a home playoff game, they need to win out. That includes Week 17 in Seattle. But the Rams definitely helped out the Niners by getting that win against the Seahawks last night. Niners got the Falcons next, and then the Rams. They cannot sleep on either of those two teams. They need to take it one game at a time. Week 17 is the biggest one, but the Falcons game, they cannot let that be a trap game. The Rams game, that too. The Rams they're still technically in the hunt, but we all know they're not going to make the playoffs. But it's going to be a divisional game, so they'll play the Niners hard. But what an unbelievable game yesterday. And shout out to Noah, 44 Legendary. As you saw at the beginning of this video, we had a $40 bet on this game. He was a man of his word. He paid up. So shout out to Noah, man of his word. And man, like I said, I'm going to be 23 next month. I've been a fan since I was 10. That was the best game I have ever seen as a fan. The best game where my team came up on top. What a high-scoring game. Props to the Saints. They battled it out with us. And the Niners, on defense, there were some struggles, of course, but they did end up holding Alvin Kamara to about 39 yards, I believe. And Latavius Murray he rushed for 69 yards. So the Saints, their offense played well, of course. They put up 46 points. But the defense had a lot of missed tackles, a lot of things did not go their way, especially in the first half. The Saints scored a touchdown on their first 4 possessions. Hey, there's been games of when it's been the complete opposite, when the defense has been dominant and the offense has struggled. But the result was what we wanted. The Niners got the win. And man, Raheem Mostert rushed for 69 yards. He also, of course, got the touchdown reception thrown by Emmanuel Sanders. Raheem Mostert is a straight-up beast. Him and Breida in that backfield, it's going to end up being a great backfield come the end of this year. It's going to be remembered. And Raheem Mostert, the way he's running, he's reminding me of Frank Gore. Just the way he runs. You know, and his surf celebration was awesome. Tevin Coleman, though, I got to say, Tevin Coleman has not been too impressive lately. Ever since that 4-touchdown game against the Panthers, he has just not done anything since then. But anyway, that's all I got. Danny G is out. Peace.
Here's your football game. High snap. Wisnowski got it done. Robbie Gould's kick is good! Robbie Gould beats the New Orleans Saints at the gun.